Alex, how good was it to get the 2 wins in a row, start stacking them?
Yeah, it's good. Because we've been talking about it all year. Especially after all the wins that we've had. We got to stack them. So this one's big because we know as we stack them, they continue to get easier. And so we just got to continue to stack them this week. We got an AFC North matchup, big game this week against the Ravens. So we just got to keep stacking them this week.
What's the mindset of the team right now, coming off of back-to-back wins?
Yeah, it's just a lot of confidence. We know the type of team that we can be, and so, just like I said, it's huge to finally stack wins this year, and we just got to be able to stack one this week. Against a really good opponent in Baltimore, and so that'll give us a lot of confidence. We win this one. It's an AFC North team and a really good team.
Alex, how much is just getting healthy, especially from a defensive end, is leading to better play?
Yeah, I feel like guys are starting to get healthy. We still got some guys banged up, and so. But I feel like at the end of the year, if you're healthy, that's a good time to be healthy. So we just got to continue to be our best self. We weren't our best selves in the second half yesterday, and so. But I feel like with guys getting more healthy, it's helping us be more successful.
It's your third year here. You played some big games, crazy games against the Ravens. Is it weird that it's been this long into the season until you guys finally play them?
Yeah, it's we've already played the Bengals twice and the Browns, right. And so but we got two games in the span of like 4 games with them, and so they're going to be kind of close to each other, and so we just gotta we know them, they know us, and so it's going to be a really good match. I'm excited for it.
Why have you guys had so much success against them in recent years?
Yeah, I think we just done a good job on the defensive side of the ball, just creating havoc, creating turnovers, and so we got to do the same thing this week. Lamar's such a unique talent, and so we just got to be able to get after him and create helter-skelter like we have.
Alex out.
Tyler Huntley's a good guy as well, and so he kind of runs the same offense that they do. So they're both very dangerous, run the ball as well, and so we just got to be able to get after both of them, whoever plays.
And that was going to be my question. Does much change at all with Huntley? And what have been your preference?
Yeah, they're just like I said. Huntley, has a very unique talent as well. When it comes to him throwing and him passing, so we just got to be, locked in on him as well. And so, they're definitely they got so many weapons on offense, so we just got to lock in and be on our P's and Q's and just really have a good game plan against these guys.
Is there a challenge? Is there a challenge that's bigger than preparing for a team without knowing who might line up at quarterback?
Yeah, but either or. I think this game we know that we're going to be dealing with QB mobility, and so we knew we were dealing with it against the Falcons, and so that provides just an extra added emphasis to our game plan, and so we just got to be able to lock in on that, and so we just really got to have a good week of practice. Everyone's got to know their roles when it comes to that, and so we just got to really lock in on that aspect of it.
Alex, when you're talking about building confidence, it's one thing to talk about it, but it's another thing to stack the wins and put all that together. What does it mean to actually go out and do it and carry it into another week?
Yeah, just like I said earlier, it just builds confidence because we know the type of team that we can be. And so, we weren't perfect yesterday. We never will be. But, we came out of there with a W. But we know we can be a lot better. And so we know we got to be better, this week going against Baltimore. And so, but it's like I said, they know us, we know them. And so it's going to be a fun matchup. I can't wait for it.
In the last few weeks, how big has time of possession by the offense helped you guys defensively?
That's been huge. They've done a great job, possessing the ball. The way they were just moving the ball yesterday, running the ball was awesome. And so, whenever we're able to go out there and just, them possessing the ball and giving us rest, it's awesome because we can be able to go out there and just perform at a high level. And so I just love seeing the way that they've moved the ball the past couple of weeks, and they're going to continue to do that.
It's also 2 games in a row now. The defense has kind of closed it out when the other team's in an opportunity to drive for the win. Is it something that you guys are doing well when it comes to that crunch time? And it's also, it seemed like both of those teams kind of were a little strange with their timeout usage, or teams trying to catch you guys off guard, or what's going on?
Yeah, I felt like past couple games we were able to get off the field. We needed it, but also the past couple games, we kind of let both teams back in the game when we had a good lead. And so yesterday we got kind of lackadaisical in the run game. They're kind of running down our throats in that second half, and so we just can't come out slow. And that's kind of been the thing the past couple games. We come out slow on defense in the second half, and so we just got to come out fast. This game coming out in the first half and the second half as well.
Alex, a lot of guys on special teams also play defense. How key was their turnaround and bounce back yesterday for you guys to pull it out?
It was huge. Guys stepping up and making plays, and so we're just anyone that comes in. Coach Tomlin always says a standard is a standard. So no matter who's in, you just got to come out there and make plays, and not just try to be somebody else, but just to be their best self. And so we're just thankful for all the guys who stepped up and just be able to make plays for us.
Maybe two more. It's been a victory Monday. What's the mood like today? And especially winning 2 in a row, is there a different buzz or jump around you guys?
Yeah. Just like I've been saying, it's just added confidence for us. Even though it's Victory Monday, it's not an off day. We're still in here, guys lifting, guys recovering, guys watching film. So we're still getting after it, and so but we just really got to have a good week of practice this week, and starting Wednesday, we just really got to lock in because it's an AFC North matchup and it's a big matchup.
What's a victory Monday like for you, Alex?
Get my body back right. I'm sore, so gotta watch the film, analyze myself, analyze the tape, and just really get my body back right because I need it.
You guys have beaten the Ravens every time since you've gotten here. Did you bring all the secrets from Baltimore, or what?
No, man. It's
just
been
a nice stretch for.
It's just been a good stretch for the last 2 years. But yeah, it's always fun to play a team that used to play for. I'm looking forward to that opportunity again.
Is it kind of strange that it's December 5th and you guys still haven't played them?
Yeah, I think it was similar last year
it
too.
It was, yeah. I don't know what.
Yeah, kind of in the last 5 weeks or so.
What, yeah.
So I mean, this is kind of when things get tight.
Yeah.
Last 5 weeks of the season, we're trying to make a push. We're 5-7, and with another win, we're kind of right back in the mix of things, and we're looking for a win on Sunday.
You just said it yourself. Everything's kind of tight right now, but stacking a couple wins probably builds that confidence. One thing to talk about, another to actually do it. Where's the confidence level? How would you measure it?
Yeah, I think we've been playing really complimentary football the last probably about month of the season. Offense is playing a lot better. Defense has been playing a lot better, and then our special teams has been kind of playing really good too, except for the kickoff team a couple weeks ago. But they had a really solid week this week, which was cool to see. They've made those adjustments. But yeah, it's getting tight, and every win counts, and we're trying to play our best ball in December.
On one hand, as an offense, you want splash plays, but that time of possession, how big is that for you guys that they've been doing that here over the last month?
Yeah, it's huge. That's what we like to see. They've found a way to be really efficient running the ball. Najee and those guys have really picked up the last month. Kenny's been great handling the ball as far as turnovers. And yeah, especially yesterday with that 17-play drive that Atlanta had, we needed the offense to kind of step up and kind of have our back as far as holding on to the ball, keeping the time of possession in our favor, because that's huge for defense.
What have you done well against Baltimore as a defense? Why have you had the success against them?
Yeah, I think we've contained Lamar as much as we can, which is hard to do. But when you see a team twice a year, you kind of are familiar with them, and they're familiar with us as well. But I think we've been able to contain him for the most part, and we're looking to do the same on on Sunday.
Does playing of the Falcons, who are a pretty big read option team, kind of give you guys a little bit of a springboard into preparation for this week?
Yeah, I think Lamar's kind of in a class of his own when it comes to what that is, but Mariota does a great job as well. He got us a couple times. We actually thought they were going to maybe run a little more with Mariota in the game on Sunday, but it gives us 2 weeks back-to-back practicing that. It gives our guys, especially on the edge, a chance to kind of get acclimated with that type of scheme.
Plus, obviously, the Colts weren't going to be doing that with Matt Ryan.
No, Matt Ryan is he's pushing 40, and he's more of a pocket passer, obviously.
So these are moving into the mobile QB part of the schedule.
Yeah, we got Carolina next week. They got some these younger QBs who can move, and then Lamar towards at the end of the year, and then Watson the last game of the season. So this next month is going to be a lot of how can we contain mobile quarterbacks, and I think our success, at least on defense, is going to be predicated on how well we do that.
I know you guys focus on yourselves the most, but is Lamar the type of player that you're kind of shatter every day? Is he out there practicing? Do we think we're going to see him? Is that going to be something that gets talked about here a lot?
Yeah, I mean, he's the best player on their team, so if a guy is either in or out, we're looking as a defense as to how that fits our scheme and what we're going to do. Huntley's pretty, similar and has similar attributes to Lamar, but like I keep saying, he's kind of a different breed of quarterback when you look at his film.
Do you think Harbaugh will try to keep that kind of unclear and as long as he can this week?
Yeah, I think anytime you have your star player and your starting quarterback, in limbo of whether they're going to play or not, I think you have to keep your cards close to your chest and I know Harbaugh's good at that, but the injury report has to come out at some point as far as what's.
Your coach isn't bad at that either. So.
Yeah. You know, they've been doing it a long time, so they know the tricks of the trade. But I think at some point it's going to come out whether he's going to be playing or not.
Is third down defense something? I mean, is it different on that down than any other? I mean, obviously you want to shut them down every down, but you know, success in third down. There's been games we've been really good, games we weren't good.
Yeah.
Is there something to that to try to make sure you get them off the field?
Just as far as Lamar or just anybody in general?
Anybody. Yeah, your defense in general.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. I think when you look at the success of a defense is can you get off on third down, and sometimes we say, like you said, we're really good at it, and sometimes we struggle at it. But I think our biggest thing is, you know, when they get those maybe longer drives, let's limit them to just 3 points. Let's limit them to field goals. And I think the last couple weeks we've done a good job at that. But we're always looking to, you know, stop them on third down. But that really happens on first and second down. If we can get them in third and long, that allows our rushers, Alex and TJ and Cam and those guys to really get after it, which is what we're looking to do week in and week out.
Chris, you've spent a couple years with Cam. How special was yesterday for the Haywards? What were the emotions like for you
Yeah,
guys?
just getting to know Cam over the last couple of years and knowing his family story, right? You know, his dad playing for the Falcons, his dad playing in Pitt, you know, in college is something special. I think his mom's from here. But him to have success, he gets a sack. Connor gets his first touchdown of his career in their hometown. I was a little shaken up, like, dang, this is like what I'm thinking about. It's like this is a pretty cool, emotional moment for not only Cam and Connor, but their whole entire family. So that was pretty cool to see, and it couldn't have happened to a better family.
Is that maybe the most emotional you've seen? Big old 97.
Yeah, man, I didn't know he had it in him, but he was, you know, that was a big moment, not just for him, but I think for Connor. And his family in general. He said he had like 40 people at the game, so for them to all see that, and it just makes you think, like, did his dad have a part in that? You know, that moment, that type of play with Cam and Connor having 2 big plays was special to be a part of.
You guys bet sweatshirt for a regular season game. You get a national title game, Ohio State, Michigan. What are you going to?
I told Cam he can pay for the private jet for us to fly out to LA for the championship game and then fly right back, but. No, we'll have something again if both teams make it. It'll be a fun wager.
Chris, I think I saw yesterday you had some pretty special pair of cleats on for Washington Local Schools. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so Washington Local Schools is the school district I grew up in. My mom and uncles and aunts went there. My grandma and her 10 brothers and sisters went there. So my wife went there, and her brother is a senior there at the high school that I went to. And they started a foundation about 1.5 years ago. And just to kind of bring awareness to them, they're looking to empower students and empower what they want to do with their lives and kind of lead them in the right path. And that school district has done a lot for not only me but for my entire family. So just to be able to kind of highlight them and shine a light on them was pretty special for me.
Is there a website, Chris, that goes with that? Do you know?
I think it's just the Washington Local Schools Foundation. Yeah, so yeah, shout out them. They're doing some really good work in the community with their students, and it's just really cool to be a part of it.